back, baby.
And so is the Vento.
After 1 month of deliberation, blood, sweat, tears, frustration, she is back. I'll show you the solution that we found, but what happened? Excuse me, rip it, Bert. What happened, right?
This is a 1E40 QMB. Kind of hard to see, but it is a 1E40 QMB horizontal Minarelli motor. Clone, whatever.
So with that leaky gasket, I kept ordering 1E40 QMB horizontal Minarelli / clone gaskets for this bike. And I'll show you a picture up here. That's the one that I needed. That is the one that I needed when I took this gasket off. So I kept ordering them, right? And this happened.
All right, we're at Scooter Tuners right now. And here we go. Here's the gasket, man. Jog 50 is the wrong gasket. Again, here's the gasket right here, right? It is now the 4th gasket. That is this one. Even though the picture is advertised for the big square one for the Vento, and even though the description always says for Ventos, for CPIs, all the universal stuff, they keep sending us these gaskets. This is the, 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th one now. So, no good. This has been a whole month of this. 1 whole month of this gasket problem over something so simple. So, Dave here has a wonderful solution to just make another one, but make it right this time, because I made the mistake of not making it right. So, this is the plan.
Even though from 4 different companies I was ordering the gasket that you saw in that picture, the square one, not this tiny little circle round one, they kept sending me the wrong gaskets anyways. They would advertise the one that I needed, and I'd order it from VMC Chinese parts, from scootertuning.ca, from Amazon. There was 3 or 4 websites I went through, and they kept sending me the wrong gasket anyways. My luck goes like this with these bikes. Wrong parts, broken parts, whatever. I kept getting the wrong one. Time, money, time. Took forever, man. But does not matter now, because you can see I'm sitting on her. We got her together, man. We got her together. I'll show you what we did. It works.
2 problems. We had the gasket and we had the hole in the block. Dave at Scooter Tuners. Shout out to Dave, man. He has helped me out and gone out of his way so many times. He made a gasket. When I say made, he cut one out from gasket paper with a razor blade and fitted it up to this block. And it was a factory picture perfect gasket. I don't think anybody else could do it any better. It was flawless. So we put it in there, we tightened it up. Everything was good with the gasket. But we still had that hole down here, right? Hole no more. So this was the craziest issue the whole time. If you look at the back of your bike down here, by your gearbox, you will find this little plastic fitting right here, okay? And this is a pressure release plug. So if your gearbox has too much pressure, it'll blow the extra oil out of this hole down here. But you need this plastic piece right here. And this is what I was missing. When I was banging out my gearbox trying to get the bearing and shaft out and stuff, I must have banged this out with it, because you guys remember that hole that existed. But we got one. We took this off of an old motor that was sitting around, and it fit right into place. And as you see, if I take my finger here, nothing. So 2 things. That gasket and that plug came together and fixed the problems that we had on this bike, because she starts, runs, and rips with no oil. Fantastic.
So the gears are installed, there is no oil leak. What does she run, man? What does she rip? Damn it. Damn it, damn it, you guys. This is just the way that scooter tuning goes. This is a possibility when these things happen. I just did not expect this to happen. Man, so I hate to report, we lost 5 miles per hour. 5 miles per hour with these gears installed. So I took it for a top speed rip after I got all the stuff figured out down there. Gave her a full throttle on a nice, straight, flat, good road. And when I checked that speed afterwards, 55 miles per hour. I hit 56 on a good one. So 4 to 5 miles per hour were lost with this taller gear ratio. I'm not gonna put the stock gears back in. That is counterproductive. We are going back at that point. The gears are installed and 100% work in this bike right now. But at the cost of 5 miles per hour. So what do? I have a solution. Check this out.
You guys remember this bike? Yeah, update on this too. I'm waiting to get a battery. You know, I don't live a fancy, wealthy lifestyle. I wish I did, but I still work. I still work and I still pay bills, and I could not get a battery for this bike yet. But it doesn't matter, because this right here is a bigger pipe than this one on this bike over here is. Just by looking at it, I can see that there's more length to it, there's more width to it, and that motor over here is a horizontal Minarelli. And I was looking at the bracket right here too, and everything looks like, with these spacers that are included with it, everything looks like that this pipe right here should bolt right on up to this bike right here. And what I'm praying for, I don't know for a fact, I am hoping that when we swap this pipe onto this one, being that that one's a little bit bigger, it will pick up the extra power that we need to push through those gears. Because this pipe right here is a mid-range pipe. I wish I knew this at the time when I purchased it, but I had no idea. I just thought, oh, okay, handmade Italian Leo Vents TT pipe. This would do the trick. This is big. It's a mid-range pipe. It is not a Polini Evo or a Polini Race 4 or a Yasuni C16. I did not know that I could put those on this bike without anything happening. So this bike that you see here, this pipe, not the best. But this one back here should be a little better. So what we're gonna do today is do the old swapperoo in these pipes, run this bike, and see what's what. Plus, when we figure out which pipe works, because this one might just be a little bit better, we have one more thing to do to get this transmission going. Clutch springs. Leo Vents 1,500 pound Minarelli clutch springs. These came with this pipe when I got this pipe. It came with those rollers that are now in that variator, and it also came with a set of these 1,500 pound clutch springs. So definitely gonna throw those in there today. I need this to get on the pipe faster. With a 2-stroke, that's what that allows it to do. When you give it gas, it raises the RPM before it even launches. And with a higher RPM at launch, you'll get on your pipe faster. So whichever one has the better results, after we figure that out, we're throwing in those clutch springs and making our way towards progress. All right, enough talking. All the updates are updated and gone through. Let's get right to it. Let's swap those pipes real quick. Comparing these two pipes here, there are some differences. So this is the Leo Vents, and the first thing I'm looking at is where it comes off the header and down through the pipe into the expansion chamber. So this one, it comes straight down off the header, curves over, and has a really smooth transition into the expansion chamber. This one, if you look at it, comes down, bends at a sharp angle, really skinny, and gets a little bit more wide here at this bend. And then if we keep going, the stingers look pretty much the same. I don't see any differences between these two. But this part of the expansion chamber right here, from where this first weld is to the bottom of the bend, is a lot longer from this to this. This one's really short. This one is much longer. I don't know if the width is any difference on the top right here, but the width from here to here is also longer. So this one is longer. It is more angular. There are differences. And in a 2-stroke world, that should do something. So, without saying anything further, let's get this pipe on there, see how she bolts up. Hell yeah. Ugly, ugly little pipe. Definitely has to be cleaned. Look at how rusty this thing is. But it fits. It fits onto the header, a nice smooth snug fit, and it fits up at the bracket. But it's the same thing as my other bike, where my other pipe, the only thing that fits is the top right here. There's only a spacer and a nut that goes onto the top of it. and there is not one on the bottom because it's crooked. My pipe over here has the same problem, but it's not really a problem because it hooks up just fine. So good news, the pipe is on. I have no idea what to expect. There is no clearance issues. There is nothing rubbing on the tire back here. There is nothing that is going to interfere with how this pipe should perform. So without saying anything else, let's start it up and see what she does. All right, let's see what's what, man. Whoa! Whoa, man. Damn, this one sounds mean, brother. Mean. It has a whole different sound to it. Interesting. Now, I'm not worried about jetting because I was told from a professional in the community, when you're swapping street pipes, you don't have to worry about jetting too much, but I am aware of that. It might not perform as the other one did, but this thing sounds something crazy. All right, so we're gonna get her up to temps, and we're gonna go run and get gas and see what happens. Holy shit, dude. Listen to this shit. Damn, dude. All right, guys, I'm so sorry, but I do not have the tools I need to put this phone on my chest to make this run. We're out here on the same street that we usually do. There's a lot of differences with this pipe. One, the bike does not even get hot. It's at 212 right now, so I don't know if it's running rich because of this pipe. It's slower off the line for sure, and it's slower up acceleration, but I want to see if this is slower top speed. So I'm gonna pull out this app, make a run, see what's what, man. All right, guys, so final results, 56.4 miles per hour. The same thing that was happening with the other pipe, same top speed. Now, here's what's really interesting about this pipe here. This bike runs, and this is because the bike got shut down, right? Shut down after running hard is 240. When this bike was running at full speed and coming to a stop, it only hit about 215 degrees. So this pipe makes this bike run way cooler. I like that. That's a good thing. It is obnoxiously loud. It is ridiculously loud. Never heard a pipe as loud as this one. The down low speed is not as good. It needs to get onto the pipe quicker. I have 3.5 rollers in there right now, so that's setting good. The clutch springs and stuff, I don't know yet, guys. The top speed is the exact same. I'm gonna make another run going down this way to see what changes and what happens, but damn, dude, this thing runs at 30 to 40 degrees cooler at all times with this pipe on it. It's obnoxiously loud. Download speed is worse, but top speed is the same. I'm gonna make another run. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what to think. I like how it runs cooler. I like that a lot. I'm about to make another run and see what happens. All right, guys, so two big things with this pipe on this bike. Three things really. One, it runs 30 to 40 degrees cooler. I like that. Two, it revs way higher in the top end. On the top end, I'm picking up like 500 to 800 RPM. I can hear it, I can see it. It's a lot. 3, 57.3 miles per hour with these gears. So this pipe is faster than the other pipe is, most definitely. Those gears still need to be pushed through with the CVT. But right now, does this pipe make this bike faster? Yes, yes it does. And there might need to be some carburetor tuning, but this bike for sure brings up the RPM and pushes it to a higher top speed, 100%. Not by much, but a little bit. This is good. This is a good thing. This thing is obnoxiously loud though, I swear to God. Like that dog. It is obnoxiously loud, annoying almost, but I can't hide the fact that it's faster and this bike runs cooler. So shoot, man, we need those clutch springs. This pipe has to be cleaned up a whole lot though, and painted for sure, because this thing is just butt ugly. I mean, it's red, it doesn't match nothing, there's rust all over, but it's faster. That's what I want. All right, yeah, I'm sticking with it. This bike is way faster up top. It reaches a way higher RPM. That's a good thing. Speed is the name of the game, and this pipe helped achieve a little bit more. It's still less than my stock gears, which is really frustrating. But this pipe is better than the other one. And we're gonna tune this transmission. First thing we're doing is getting these clutch springs in here. We're gonna go back to the house and do that. And getting gas. She sucks gas so much, it's ridiculous. But all right, getting gas, head back to the garage, going home to install these clutch springs. All right, we're back at the house, and we're putting those clutch springs in right now. It's a little bit difficult to do so around me, very frustrating, but I want these in here. Here we go. Got the transmission apart down to the clutch. Here's the clutch. I forgot the socket for the nut. Got to run back to the garage to get it. Thank God I got 2 bikes, right? Socket secured, and it does fit. So this one fits both my 4-stroke and my 2-stroke. For you guys that have been asking, this is a 1.5 inch 50 by 243 socket. I know that's a different unit of measuring, but that's what it is, and it fits both clutch nuts on both bikes. Fantastic. I am so sick of problems, you guys. I mean, this bike is cursed, man. It is absolutely cursed. The socket is stripping the hell out of this nut, and I do not want to do it again. I do not want to even give it another shot. Hell no. This doesn't fit, and it's stripping the hell out of this, and you have to get this off to get to those clutch springs. So I'm gonna run to buddy's house and see if he has one that fits, because yeah, that is catastrophic almost. Thank God it has something left. So I'm going to his house to go see if he has one that fits. I'm not touching this again. All right, so plan 2 was to find, my buddy has the same socket. He has the same kind of style that I do. I do not like these sockets because this pattern does not lock onto the nut that it's supposed to. It does not lock on in the pattern that this is. And yeah, hell yeah, it is stripping the hell out of this. So I cannot continue with these clutch springs today. Definitely can't. Bummer, dude. I'm sick of bummers, dude. I'm sick of problems. Always. Thank you for trying,
If I
though,
buy a
man.
Harley, you gonna ride with me?
This is Aaron's bike. This is the one that you've seen in the shorts along YouTube every now and then. We bored the motor out, built the transmission, put gears in it. It's been wrecked twice, rebuilt, welded. This bike is a trooper, super trooper, dude. But this is a Mini Max 2021 Mini Max. We've been building this bike, man.
We didn't put titties on it.
I like boobies. But this thing is pretty cool, man. This is the bike in the background y'all been seeing. Bummer though, man. I am not gonna strip this nut off. It already got a little hit on the sides. No way. I gotta wait to get the nut that I need before we even put those springs in. Damn, dude. So, to wrap everything up today, this bike, the bottom end, poo-poo, garbage. Don't like it. We need to work on the transmission. Clutch springs, conscious springs, variator, all that stuff. But of course, I ran into another problem. It's just a socket though, so it's not a big deal. Gotta wait till Wednesday to get that socket. Once I do, clutch springs are happening. The bottom end on this bike needs to be fixed. The top end, it rips. I mean, it hits, I'm looking at about 10 grand on this RPM gauge over here, and it was going like 9 before. So the top end on this bike is definitely better. Picking up speed, that's the goal of this, but I need to work on the transmission. The CVT needs some love. And we will do this. This Wednesday, getting a socket, also getting the battery for that third bike in the garage so we can start wiring stuff and figuring out what's what. This bike is running beautiful as ever. Always does. It's trusty, it's reliable. I love it to death. Pretty good bike day. Interesting day with that pipe change. But I definitely want to get into the CVT. CVT is where the real business starts at. And as soon as they get that socket on Wednesday, we're diving deep, baby. We are getting into it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that it's been kind of slow lately. It's aggravating for me too. I don't like it. Everything I keep doing, I run into a problem. But that is mechanics, as I've said before. I just want this bike to go faster, man. That's it. That transmission is bone stock, so I get it, right? Time to work, time to fix that. Thank you guys. I'll be here. These bikes will be here. Till next time.